Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back. We've had lots of windy conditions here over the last couple of days, especially on Wednesday. Yesterday was also fairly windy as well off the Rocky Mountain front. Today there is still this high wind warning, and that is going to remain in effect until tomorrow afternoon. So we're still going to be seeing those very high winds for the Rocky Mountain front, and very high wind gusts, up to 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts in this area are possible. So still looking at a lot of wind, and timing that out here, that's really going to start picking up in the next couple of hours here in the afternoon. You can see, especially for the Rocky Mountain front, other areas in north central Montana, a little bit quieter, teens and 20s for the winds, but that will mainly be concentrated, the highest winds and wind gusts concentrated on the Rocky Mountain front. That'll calm down by later on Saturday into early Sunday, but that high wind warning in effect until Saturday afternoon. So really, besides the wind, not a huge amount of activity to talk about in the western half of the country, but lots of rain and some kind of wintry weather actually in the southeastern United States. This big rainstorm and also a little bit of snow. You can kind of see it in parts of Texas and Oklahoma, a little bit of snow and a little bit of a mix of rainy snow. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on across the country. Really kind of quiet in the Pacific Northwest and in Montana, besides the winds. You can't see winds on radar, obviously, so it looks a lot quieter than the weather actually is for the Rocky Mountain front, but we are getting some changes here over the weekend. So lots of moisture off to the west over the Pacific coast, and that will be pushing inward throughout the day. So overnight tonight into tomorrow, early morning, that is when we're going to see some changes here in Montana. So overnight tonight, you may be asleep during this happening, but there is a chance of snow around the capital city, especially for areas in higher elevations along the Continental Divide and in southwestern Montana and in higher elevations around the capital city. Most folks are going to stay dry from this, and really where the snow is going, it's not going to be very heavy, and you can see it's moving out very early tomorrow morning. So by the time most people are awake tomorrow, it shouldn't really be snowing at all, and we're going to get above freezing here for the next couple of days. So even if much falls, it shouldn't be sticking around because it will likely melt off due to those above freezing temperatures. So for the rest of the weekend, we're looking at some nicer weather. There is some rain and snow to our west, but that's really going to stay to our west. We're not really going to see any of that here in Montana until later on next week. That's when our next round of changes are coming to us. So today, a pretty warm day. We're looking at mid-40s to mid-50s for the highs. Really a nice warm day, almost to the record high in Great Falls. So we're looking at a pretty comfortable day out there, plenty of sunshine today, but the wind is really going to be the only issue. But today, other than that, not too bad out there for the temperatures and the sunshine. It's going to be a nice Friday, ending the week on a nice note after that blizzard warning earlier. So here is the 7-day for Helena. There is that chance of snow overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, waking up to that potentially, but it shouldn't be sticking around for too long. We're looking at mid-40s for the highs for the weekend, so it should all melt off anything that falls. And then midweek next week, we're looking at another potential round of rainfall, actually, with those extra warm temperatures. It's going to be rain, not snow. And if you can believe this, we are just a week away from the winter solstice. So the sunrise today at 8:04. In a week from now, it's going to be almost 8:15. A week from now is the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. So then in a month from now, it is all going to start getting better. So the days are going to get longer and longer here after next week, but until then we have shorter and shorter days just for one more week.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this in the newsroom the other day. It's like, I know technically the days are, more sun, but it takes months to actually feel that change.
I know, yeah.
But it's coming. That's good news.
It's looking up, yeah.
All right, Katie, thank you.